Hey, second graders. So we are learning about Gyotaku, which is Japanese printing of fish. And they did that in order to be able to record their catch. And it became a really, really cool art form. And so what I have here is a fake fish. It's a rubber fish. And you can already see that I've blackened it because I was using black ink. So what is going to happen is you're going to get this tray set at a table, and then you'll make a line just like we've done in the past, and it'll be kind of like a station. So you'll do your printing here. When you approach your printing, you're going to make sure your name and teacher code are on the back. So you're going to put 2 and then whatever teacher code you have. Then what you are going to do is very carefully brush on the black, and you don't want a lot of black. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll do a swipe and I'll try to get as much off of there, and sometimes I'll even go in here and put it on the paper towel just to kind of dry it out a little bit. The more paint it comes out, the more it's likely to smudge or smear, and you won't see the details of the fish. So, and we want to see all the scales and all the fins and everything. So we're going to make sure that we do a kind of a dry brush, is what we call that. So we've kind of taken our paintbrush, and in fact, if you're the first person to do it, you'll do it this way. But if you're the second person, you just pick up the brush and you can go right on to your project. You're going to put the paint, and this is actually Indian ink, and it will stain your clothes and your fingertips if you are not careful. So you'll want to make sure that you're being very, very careful. The Indian ink is like the Japanese ink way back when they started it. So we're going to start like this. And I always go with the fish, like so. Notice, am I painting the background? Not really. I'm trying to make sure that I get all the fish's details like that. Then I'm going to set the brush back on top of the container. If I put it in there, it might tip over, and I don't want that. So if I lay it on top like that, then it, doesn't tip over my ink, and I don't have a big mess. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper, and I'm going to set it right on top of the fish, and once I set it down, I'm not going to pick it up. So I start here at the tail, and I kind of work my way over, and then I'm going to very gently start tapping or kind of feeling for the edge of this fish. So I'm going to kind of tap at it, making sure that I get all the edges of the fish and all the fins. And then making sure that I go all the way to the front and getting that mouth and the eye, and then making sure I work all the way around. So you can kind of see through the paper, but, you know, it's always good to kind of, you know, take your time. Once you get it printed, yeah, your paper's going to get wrinkled, but when you get done, you're going to peel it up. And there is your beautiful fish print. All right, and then this will go into the drying rack. You can get 2 papers per drying rack. Make sure you go in, you know, the short way, so that way you have room for 1 on each side. So you'll have 1 here and then 1 there. All right, have fun.